to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
It's round 7 in the Cells NBL, and the pressure is building on the Southland Sharks. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak tonight, the Sharks visit the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Can the Sharks find their bite, or will the Hawks fly away with their 6th win of the season? Pettigrew Green Arena welcomes Cells NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Justin Nelson with you, and sitting right alongside me as always, just raring to go, Brooke Rusco. Good evening.
Good evening. How good is this? We're back already. The basketball does not stop. I know Game 3 of the NBA Finals was a little bit earlier today, but don't worry about that. We got a blockbuster game here tonight. We got some big names in this one too.
Absolutely. There's the ladder at the moment after 6 rounds, and it is busy stuff. Auckland have cleared out, but look at that log jam, including the Hawks. And then we go down to 7th. There's the Sharks. Massive weekend for them. Hawks tonight, Saints on Saturday. The pressure is on.
And it's very rare at this point of the season where we say the pressure is on with the Southland Sharks. A big game for them, but also Hawke's Bay Hawks, they kind of climb that ladder and stay at the top of the pile as well. So big game on both sides for different reasons.
Let's have a look at games coming up. Busy round 7. Ayers and Auckland tomorrow night. I've got a sneaky feeling.
Don't say that. We're not doing that. We're not starting the show with the sneaky feeling.
Ayers might be a chance there. Giants and the Bulls. The big word on the street is Corey Webster plays in that game. Saints and Sharks Saturday night. That is going to be massive. Live on Prime around the country, and right here, of course, on Sky Sport. It just does not get better than those two going head to head.
Oh, how good is that? 3 big games. I'll tell you what, if I was a betting man, I'll go with the tuatara that Chris Johnson done, guys. If you missed it the other day, he is a superstar in this league, and I'm not betting against him.
Do yourself a favour. Let's have a look at the Sharks starters for this Thursday night clash. Inga, Durand, King, Kelman Poto, and Winston Shepherd III. Alonzo Burton comes off the bench for this one. Not travelling with the team is Bevo, but stepping into that coaching position, Leighton Haddleton. Here he is.
All right, I'm here with the Southland Sharks coach, stepping up to the plate. Coach Haddleton, what do you think going to be the keys to get a win tonight in the Hawks' nest?
I think the key to tonight's game is that we have to slow them down in transition. We have to do a good job of making sure that we man up the court and then take away the kick ahead passes, and then limiting any opportunities on the defensive end for us, make sure we get rebounds, and then we get to go out and play our game. If we can do that, then we give ourselves a chance to play in this game.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, Coach, you got a homeboy, Alonzo Burton, coming back to Napier, which always makes this game a little extra special. You know, is there anything special you got planned? Alonzo, a few plays for him running off the bat?
Well, you know, we just let Alonzo do what he does. You know, so he's got a gravitational pull about him. So if he's playing well, then it opens up other things for other people. So hopefully we can see some of that tonight.
Awesome. Hey, good luck for the game tonight, Coach.
Well, no doubt Alonzo Burton certainly does have some gravitational pull about him. He's going at a 50% clip from the three-point arc. He's number 1 in the league, and number 2 in the league, believe it or not, is that man number 88, Daron Rakawa, going at nearly 48%. There's the starters for the Hawks: Rusbach, AG, Hunt, Harris, and Rakawa. It's a very good lineup.
Oh, formidable starting 5 that they have right there. I'm surprised that it isn't Ethan Rusbach in that 3-point margin, but he gets them up, and you know, the tally that Ethan gets them up, I understand he's gonna, you know, maybe fall a little bit lower in that percentage, but don't worry, he's still gonna shoot them.
Clifton Bush is sidelined with Hawks coach Mick Downer. Let's catch up with him now.
I'm here with the Taylor Hawks head coach, Coach Mick Downer. Hey, a tough loss last week, Coach. You got the Sharks coming into the Hawks' nest. What do you think going to get you over the hump to get that first home win, Coach?
Not giving up 99 points. So Tuatara were clinical. They made plays, didn't miss shots, and we were pretty ordinary defensively. So been the challenge to the group this week. Lucky it was a short turnaround though. So the couple of training sessions that we had, we just addressed mainly the defensive end, and you know, prior to that game I thought we'd been defending pretty well. So come out tonight against the Sharks, they got some guys that can shoot a ball, they got a couple of players that can really, you know, individually, but really talented. So we got to sit down and guard, and you know, if we can do that, then we can get out and run and play basketball. So 4 quarters of consistent defense is the key.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, good luck for the game tonight, Coach.
There's McDown. I might have to leave some of my chic product for Mick. Go grab some from the car.
He is a great man, and I will say this, lovely family man. We love his beautiful wife Mel and their daughter as well. But I will say that he did well to get in there nice and early.
Oh, good on you. Here's the head-to-head. And interesting here, we know these two teams can shoot well from beyond the arc, but the turnovers and the steals are concerns for both the Hawks and the Sharks. Keep an eye on that tonight.
Yeah, they need to protect the ball. Both teams, Hawke's Bay Hawks, they love to get out and run, and that does come turnovers. But if they want to have a chance to win not only this game, but push long-term to go deep into this competition, they really need to protect the ball.
And look, for me, must fire. If Dom Kelman-Poto can get a hold of this game, look out. And back the other way, Daron Rakawa. He is absolutely fantastic to watch when he's up and going.
Yeah, he's dynamite. Another one for me who really needs to step up. He is from the Hawke's Bay area, but plays for the Southland Sharks and has done for a while. When he gets in there, Alonzo Burden needs to be Alonzo Burden. Shoot the ball, let that thing go, and 9 times out of 10 for Alonzo Burden, it's going to go in.
Officials tonight, Melanie O'Connor, Sam Pan and Brad Clive. They have the whistles. Now, these two teams met back on May the 12th. The Hawks on the road against the Sharks got the win 87-68. It was a 50-34 second half for the Hawks. Rusbach 30 points in that game. He dropped 5 triples. DKP had 19 and 13. Interesting one for me. Mojave King, who averages 21 a game, only had 11. And Braden Inga only had 4 points in that game.
Yeah, he needs to get firing tonight. Absolutely, without a doubt, he needs to get going. Not only for tonight, in terms of, you know, his product and his productivity that he put out last year, had the off season with the Cairns Taipans, he really needs to get firing and be a big part and a big source for this team to push into the playoffs.
Well, he went at 14 points a game last year, just going at 10 points a game this year. So keep an eye out for the Sharks, number 3. And one player I want everyone to sit back and watch tonight, because I think he's due some more court time, and he is such an exciting player at both ends of the floor. And boy, has he got some hops. And I'm talking about the young man, 20 years of age, Drew Leo Lasongiape, number 13 for the Sharks. Love what he's doing.
He's only 20 years old?
Only 20. Only playing what is it, about 9 minutes a game? So, sorry, 18 minutes a game, bit more than that, but he's going at 10 points a game in those 18 minutes.
No, he flies around, he jumps around like he's only 20 years old. He is extremely athletic. He loves to get on the rim, in and out, can play with the ball, can get into your body and finish as well, so I agree with you.
Were you that athletic when you were 20?
More.
Underway. There is Mojave King. That would have been a great start for the Sharks, but quick as a flash, here come the Hawks. Ethan Rusbach loves to get going on this court at Pettigrew Green Arena. What a start.
Oh, McDowner is very, very happy, but if you're the Southland Sharks, that is the last person that you want to get going in this game.
Well, he's only going at about 26% from three-point range this season, Ethan Rusbach. That's going to turn at some stage. Here's King with his second shot of the game, and that's a make. Bit of a clumsy foul there by Dom Kelman-Poto. There is Mojave King. Speaking of young men on the rise, what a star he is. 19-year-old, 196-centimetre swingman, 4 assists a game, and currently the 5th highest scorer in the Cells NBL.
Is anyone in this game over the age of 20?
Jared Kenny is.
There you go. Get that tally back up there, JK.
In fact, he's playing his 19th season, so while Mojave's 19 years of age, JK's in his 19th season. Here's Inga trying to get going early in the game. He can't hit. Back the other way, Hiram Harris too easy to the basket.
And that's where they're dangerous. Hiram Harris pushing the ball, Daron Rakawa pushing the ball in transition. Just the Hawke's Bay Hawks, if they can get out and run, as McDonough said at the start of this game, that's Hawke's Bay basketball, and it's a worry if you're the Southland Sharks.
And you've got to put pressure on Hiram Harris. Winston Shepherd just let him blow by on that occasion. Pass picked up by King. This would be handy. Front of the iron. AG cleans up the boards. Here's Rakawa off the glass. Jordan Hunt with the offensive rebound. He puts back, and it is a very good start now for the Hawks.
That's what we're talking about. That right there puts it out to 7 transition points to kickstart this game. We're not even 2 minutes into the game. Daron getting on the rim too easy. Jalen's got to stop him, and that rotation makes it tough when it's that easy on the rim.
Couple of misses there from Shepherd. Home team out by 5. Thursday night action in the Cells NBL. Here's Tawan AG with the pass looking for Harris. Picked off by Shepherd. Mid-court, steps around Rakawa. Here comes DKP hard to the basket, gets the roll.
Good finish. That's great defense there from Hiram as well. Did a good job to stay away from absorbing the contact. It's a good tough finish there from DKP.
Speaking of tough, Hiram Harris. There's his second layup of the game, and I reckon Leighton Haddleton has seen enough and he wants to start talking defense, especially in that paint. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Tough basket. You'd expect nothing less from DKP, and back the other way. Well, that is too easy. Winston Shepherd took a step backwards.
That's just a walk in the park. It's too easy. You got to know what this Hawke's Bay Hawks team wants to do. They want to get out and run. That puts them out to 9 points. All transition points to kickstart this game. Hiram Harris is one of the toughest covers that we have in the league when you get out and run. You cover that with Ethan Rusbatch on one side, Jerome Rokawa on the other side. They've got shooters around. Jordan Hunt cleaning up like he did when Jerome got onto the rim as well. You know what this team wants to do. You cannot let them start the game like that.
When do you bring in the big rim protector, the 218 centimetre, 7'2" in the old Romaro Gill?
Yeah, it might be pretty soon. The way that everything's going at the moment, it might be pretty soon. You need someone to protect the paint. But also it's too easy. It's not starting there. It's finishing there. But it's not starting there. It's just too easy for them to get out and run. And I don't think they've run one offensive.
Number 2 shot blocker in the Cells NBL, big Romaro Gill. Nearly 3 swats a game.
Oh, you're here, big boy. I tried to finish over him last year, and it
didn't end well.
Nah, I think that ball that he blocked is still flying somewhere.
Here's Durand. Shepherd, King, he'll fire away from the wing. A little bit short. AG with the rebound, and here comes Hiram Harris. We know what he's capable of. Head of steam. Rakawa gets it back. Harris wants it down low. Mojave King with the job to do. The Adelaide 36ers battling it out. And on this occasion, King gets the upper hand.
You love that. A little bit of pride on the line there.
Inga dumps it off. DKP, reverse layup. That is bread and butter stuff for the Sharks, number 23. And one of the notes I wrote down ahead of this game tonight, Brooke, was give the ball to DKP.
Well, that's a good note. No, that is a great note. Mojave King, you can shoot the ball too. But when you're struggling to get through your offense, that is one man you can throw the ball to in the post. You can go off either hand, can go off either elbow. Finishes extremely well, soft touch. But what it also does, as he connects on the three-point play, is it also allows your defense to set up. Make or miss, it's no long rebounds on that. And that's when they're getting killed right now, is on transition.
52% shooter from the Racine line, DKP, so that's a good start. Nailing his first. Here's AG. Great pass inside for Jordan Hunt in the end. Probably a little bit too slick. Durand with the spot up 3. He can't complete. Shots not dropping early from distance for the Sharks. Maybe Alonzo Burton not too far away. We've got a whistle, and I think we'll readjust some time on the clock. A little bit disappointing with DKP. We're into round 7, Brooke, and just the one hair colour this season.
And the one haircut.
And the one haircut.
If you're not going to do one, at least give us the other.
What's going on there?
And even the facial hair. There's normally something. A bright pair of shoes.
Here he is. He looks like a man on a mission tonight. Straight out to Mojave King, and that's a good basket for the Sharks.
Hey, on cue though, listen. Attracted the double team, found the shooter.
They level it up at 9 apiece. Early stages of this Thursday night game in the Cells NBL. Harris just gets it in stride, and his 3rd basket of the game off the glass.
It's just too easy. That is way too easy. Hiram Harris is a left-hand basketballer. Strong left hand with it too. There was no rim protection. There was no one forcing him right back into the help. That's a wide open layup. Just me and you could do that. Well, maybe not me and you, just me.
Jordan Hunt. I was going to say the same thing, by the way. Commits the foul. Dom Kelman-Poto heads to the Resine line. We actually ran into DKP last Saturday night. Of course, the Sharks played the Giants on the Thursday, and then they went a little bit further north to take on the Nuggets, and he got on the road and decided to go and watch some basketball on a night off.
And why not? Those great games come to.
Yeah, it was. Giants, of course, getting that one. What a weekend they had in round 6, the Southern Swing. They're second on the ladder at the moment, the Giants.
And it's just a good team.
Yep.
The chemistry that they've built. What Mike Fitchett and the coaching staff down there are doing at the moment, they should be extremely proud of themselves, and I think they're building and growing and getting better every week.
Picked off, Winston Shepherd with the steal, with the finish. Wanted the foul, not forthcoming, but it ties it back up. In fact, it gives the Sharks, I should say, a 2-point lead. First lead of the game for the visitors. Kenny's into the action now. Great pass to Rusbach from Harris. What a play by the Hawks.
Great ball movement too. Seen Hiram Harris down there. You have to move on the weak side, and Ethan saw, turned their head, and he was on the rim.
Duran for another triple. Just a little bit short. Jared Kenny goes with the long pass to AG. Has Shepherd to beat. Let's have a look at the battle here. Spinning back to his right. It's a miss. Gets his own rebound and finishes. Tawan AG.
Transition points, they ran down the lane, sealed well, got there nice and early. Did a good job.
Winston Shepherd slapping hands. Almost took his own player out then. That's a hard high five.
Hey, we've caught a couple games now, and he looks like he is the heart, the mongrel of this team that, you know, in my opinion, that it was lacking before he started playing, and I think he's taken on that role and done a pretty good job so far.
I think the Sharks would just like to see a little bit more defensively, if I'm being completely honest. We know he can score.
Hey, that might be across the board.
Could be. He's at the Resine line now. Winston Shepherd. We certainly know what he's capable of. First one is short. Currently going at just a touch under 14 points per game. 12.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Only 33% from the Resine line and 38% field goal clip at the moment. So we know he can score, but an Achilles heel looks to be from that Resine.
Yeah, the shot looks nice too. I'm surprised that it's so low.
Here's Jared Kenny, star of the competition. Stepping around, Rusbach flicks it back out. Now he goes from deep. Ethan Rusbach, classy.
You can't give him any space. Good ball movement. He moved well as well, as we see what looks to be a zone.
And Shepherd responds with a deep 2.
And I know it's a 2-point ball game. We're only 5 minutes into this as well, but from what I'm seeing right now, it just seems like the Hawks are getting easier shots.
Here's Hiram Harris, nowhere to go. Spent a long time in there, and did he pick up his pivot foot then? Did he change his... Anyway, we'll have a look back at that one. What's your decision? Take the points, though. Now he's called to play some defense and may have just put 2 hands on. Winston Shepherd didn't like the attention and wanted to go on with it. Hiram Harris walks away, and if there's one man who can get in your head and just get on with the job, it's Hiram Harris.
Yeah, both of these two, neither of them are going to back down. That's a little bit of, how's your morning, what'd you have for breakfast?
Ethan Rusbach is now asking what he had for lunch.
Basketballers have the funniest fights. Yeah. There's never really a fight, it's just more of a, is everything all right? Did you get a good Christmas present?
Did you ever get into a blow out on the basketball court?
Believe it or not, not one.
You'd be a bit chippy out there, wouldn't you?
I was the, when we were standing there for free throws, I would kind of whisper something into the air, but you haven't scored much this game, bud. Fourth quarter, you put up 12 shots, you only got 3 points. Numbers aren't adding up here.
Now we're going to see what the go is here. I reckon Winston Shepherd, yeah, he has. He's been called for that. Went on with it afterwards. So Hiram Harris is going to go back the other way and get a couple of shots, and then it will come back up here for the Sharks, for Shepherd to have a look at 2. And I think that's the right call. You can't go on with it like that.
I'm not sure what. I agree with you if that is the case. No one looks happy. So I'm not sure what's actually happened here.
Well, that's not a good thing on a Thursday night. You want happy people going into the weekend. Hiram Harris walks the length of the floor. What about the start tonight from Hiram?
Oh, he's been great. Hiram Harris has done what Hiram Harris does. He's off to 8 points already, and I'm going to wait. Make that 9. But he's done a good job in transition where Hiram Harris is, in my opinion, the most effective. He's great in other ways as well. His passing game's got a lot better defensively. He's a lot more intelligent. But in transition, to me, that's where Hiram Harris extremely excels, and he's made it look pretty easy over this first 6 minutes. He's up to 10 points now, and
well, he goes at 10 points a game as well, so he's there already.
Extremely capable, though. If he needs to go out any night, he can go and get your team 25, 28. But also, if there's anyone in this league that we watch out for a triple-double most nights, he's probably one of the ones.
Well, I take that back. I thought there was originally a foul called on Hiram Harris against Winston Shepherd, and I think Winston Shepherd is having that conversation right now. He thought he should have been heading back for 2 shots the other way. So we'll have to get some clarification on that. It's definitely going to be a Hawks ball, and they're out by 7 now, Brooke.
Yeah, I'd love to know what's happened there. We need to come and have a chat to Mel in quarter time.
Bartlett, speaking of veterans, what a career he's had. Here's Jack Exeter. He misses everything with the shot. Don't hold that against him, though, because he's having a very good season, Jack Exeter.
And it might not show up in the stat sheet every single night that he is having a fantastic season, but he's just making winning plays. He's doing the right thing. He's not forcing anything all season long. We've caught a few games now with the Hawks, and I've been really impressed.
Romaro Gill into the action. So too Drew Leo Lasoniape. Oh, that's a tough pass for Shepherd. Everard Bartlett lurking. Commits the foul. You look at the experience in this Hawks team. Jared Kenny, Everard Bartlett, Ethan Rusbatch, Daron Rakawa.
Did they just add 40 seasons combined into this? And that one substitution, Everard Bartlett.
Written and spoken by Brooke Rusco.
And Jared Kenny. A lot of experience. They've given a lot to this league. I was lucky enough to play with Everard Bartlett for a couple of years when I was younger, and
would have taken you under his wing?
Absolutely did. Yeah, absolutely did. Played for the Auckland Pirates alongside Lindsay Tate and Hayden Allen, Dylan Boucher, Alex Pledger. We had a great team.
Surely you won that season.
So we did win that one. Juddy Flavel was our coach.
Winston Shepherd III nails both from the coloured stripe, and it gets the Sharks back within 5. Early going in this round 7 clash. Here's Kenny. Quentin Bailey setting screens for him now. Everard Bartlett turning back the clock. Can't drop the shot. Shepherd up quickly for the Sharks. Pulls it back out. And there's a foul off the ball here. That's going to go against Quentin Bailey. No stress there for the Hawks. What have you made of their start tonight?
It's been on brand. It's kind of what I've expected. I thought they'd get out and run. They found easy shots. To me, it feels like they're up a little bit more than 5 points at the moment. Ethan's shooting the ball well. Control. McDonough did say that what they need out of this team is 4 quarters. I think he'll be pretty happy so far with the first quarter that they've put through. A couple of lapses on defense I've noticed with their zones. They haven't rotated properly and left a couple of their shooters wide open. But, you know, all in all, pretty solid way to start this game.
Romaro Gill misses a couple. 4 of 9 from the Rosine stripe now, the Sharks tonight. So an area that they need to clean up. For the season, they go at 62% from the line. They're actually ranked 8th in the league, so it's not a strong point for them.
Here's the old 8 adage. Free throws win your games.
And so do 3-pointers. But on that occasion, Jordan Hunt couldn't connect. Now the Sharks with a chance, down by 5. Alonzo Burton, he'd love to get going on this floor. He's played many a good game here at Pettigrew Green Arena over the years.
And he's a loyal Shark now, but there's something about going home. You know, you want to...
Especially if you have a good night out.
Absolutely. You want to stick it to the man just a touch more.
Here's Lasongi Ape, Jack Exeter with him. Two rising stars of the Cells NBL. Mo King has some space, and you don't want to give him space. Big basket for the Sharks, back within 2.
He looks solid. He looks strong. He looks confident. He's playing with a brand of extreme confidence. Shooting the ball well.
Chance here. Jordan Hunt goes from deep. Comes up short. Exeter with the floater. Off the glass and in. Jack Exeter.
Reckon he called it?
Yeah.
You're a lovely man.
Benefit of the doubt. I'll tell you who is going to call some baskets from out there tonight. It's Zoe Burton.
Absolutely.
Here's Kelman Poto. Back to the basket. Dumps it off. Big Romaro. What can the big fella do? He's fouled. Everard Bartlett. That might be his second.
Hey, and they look clean. He was battling. He was fighting down there. But like we just talked about, nonetheless, good foul. Sent him to the line.
Well, he missed his last 2,
They're
Romaro.
not shooting so well at the moment from the free throw line. It's a mismatch down there. You fought well.
You talked about coloured shoes before. We'll get a close-up of Romaro Gill in a moment, but he might have Resine's sponsorship by the end of this game. You wait till you see the kicks on big Romaro Gill. We'll get a close-up of them in a moment, but
That was every colour under the sun.
they are very colourful. Bailey stopped by big Romaro, but goes over the top. Back to that 5-point margin. 90 seconds away from the end of this first quarter. There is big Romaro Gill. From distance. Bailey. Romaro thumps it away to the sidelines. There's his first block of the night. He's pretty happy with that. And there they are. Look at that. I like them.
What are they wearing there? You got the Jordans on, the Westbrooks.
They'd be your casual kicks on a Sunday morning down the cafe, wouldn't they?
You see me on Ponsonby Road on a
Ponsonby.
Saturday night. Trying to stand out
Saturday
more than
night.
most. Yeah.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt, calling an early morning blitz, but you've gone with Saturday night.
I'm a Crocs on a Sunday morning kind of a guy.
Here's Bailey. Well, he wasn't going back to Romaro Gill, kicked away by Alonzo Burton. We talked about having that big presence inside earlier in this game. Romaro, of course, coming off the bench. He's going at just a touch under 3 blocks a game. You've got to change your shot.
Oh, absolutely. And there was an awkward shot that was made just before. There was a tough finish over him. But when you go with the traditional layup, that's a tough body to finish over.
Let's see what Jordan Hunt can do. He tries to go under. He stopped. He gets it up, but big Romaro answers. He's playing some good minutes here. Mojave King fires from deep, if you don't mind.
That is a beautiful stroke.
Did not look like missing.
And none of his shots tonight have. There's no herky-jerk in the shot. Like we said, he's shooting it with confidence as Jordan Hunt replies with a 3 of his own. But Mojave King, and he needs to be big in this game as well, and you know, for the remainder of the season, has lit it alive in this first quarter.
No herky-jerky. I like that. Out by 3, the Hawks. Sharks with a late chance here. It's going to fall to Alonzo Burton. Hello, Zoe Burton.
He doesn't have herky-jerky either.
Absolutely not, and that ties it up at quarter time. 29 apiece. Entertaining game. Thursday night action in the Cells NBL. Hope you're enjoying it. Don't go away. Second quarter on the other side of this break. to Pettigrew Green Arena, quarter time. The Hawks and the Sharks, 29 apiece. The Sharks with a massive weekend in round 7. Hawks tonight, Saints on Saturday night, and it's defining, season-defining stuff for the Sharks, no doubt about it. Brooke Rusco, how did you see that opening quarter?
Hawke's Bay Hawks came out and, like we said a little bit earlier, did what we expected. Got out in transition, played the game extremely quick, but Southland Sharks, in my opinion, did a great job to close out that quarter and tied it back up with 29 all.
Hiram Harris, 10 points in the quarter for the Hawks. Mojave King with 11 for the Sharks.
Oh, we got some stars in this game tonight, that's for sure. Quality, the brand of basketball that the NZNBL has seen in 2022 has been amazing. And in terms of the Southland Sharks, they've got a big weekend. Traditionally, when you play the Saints and the Hawks in the same weekend, generally one of the hardest weekends that you'll have, and they're sitting in the middle of it at the moment, even though...
Here's Jordan Hunt getting up. Big basket from the Hawks center. He started well tonight as well. Here's Dom Kelman-Poto back the other way off the glass for 2. Jordan Hunt up to 7 points in the game. That was a handy finish. Here's Derone working the foul on Tom Cowie. He's very smart character, Derone Rakawa.
Oh, he knows how to draw a foul. He knows how to get to the free throw line. Great using his body. If you're too far off, drives to the lane. Great find. Big finish. Derone's just good at reading what's in front of him. Saw the contact, created that. Heard the whistle, threw it up. If he had space, he's got one of the best mid-range jumpers in the NZNBL and has for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, no doubt. Going at nearly 17 points a game, just over 4 assists, and as we said in the intro, has the second highest three-point clip in the NZNBL, Derone Rakawa, 47%. He's made more triples this season than any other player, 25.
Shoot him more.
Yeah, he can shoot all right. Speaking of shooting, Mojave King, another triple for the Sharks' young gun, and he has come to play tonight.
That's his 4th.
Star of the show right now. He keeps going like this. The Sharks are a big chance to cause an upset. There's a block by Mojave King. Doing it at both ends. Zoe Burton, ball on the floor, nowhere to go. Great trap defense by Jared Kenny. How's the experience there?
Yeah, good help, good read, and good initial defense there from Derone to cut off the lane. Make him pivot back in, and Jared on cue. And defensive, one thing that Jared Kenny has for the last 19 season prided himself on, and on display once again.
See, DKP just copped an errant hand to the face there. You might remember last week he copped one in the mouth. I saw him on Saturday night, and there's Jordan Hunt with another basket, and he did in fact chip a tooth in that game.
I saw that too. He's always in the thick of the action. That's one thing you can't love about DKP, and you see him go to work down here.
And he does what we've seen him do so many times before, Brooke. Back to the basket, working his way in for another 2 points off the glass. Here's Hiram Harris back out there, and once again, Hiram tonight on the drive to the basket has been impeccable.
Yeah, 2 things that you needed to do if you're the Southland Sharks in transition defense. If Hiram Harris is bringing the ball up,
Pick him up early.
You cannot let him get back to his left hand. He's going to finish strong 9 times out of 10. The other thing is he needs to see bodies. There's wide open lanes. There's no one in the paint. It slowed down a little bit while Romaro Gill was out there. He's out of there. Straight back on the rim.
And he is on track for 9 times out of 10 tonight, shooting 5 of 6, 12 points in the game, 3 of 3 from the Racine stripe. Moves up to 13 points tonight for Hiram Harris. Ties it back up, 36 apiece. Here's Inga. How the Sharks would love to get Braden Inga going, and just can't keep a hold of the ball.
He hasn't just got firing this year. Last year he was hitting on all cylinders. Went away with the Ken's tight pants to refine his game even more. Extremely capable, and he's almost just one shot away. You see that next one go in, and then you kind of catch fire, you catch that rhythm, and it can be that easy to get your season rolling. So don't count him out just yet.
Ball inside, AG with Duran, big slap over the back from DKP. The Sharks are away. Look at this man go. King with another 2.
He's good.
16 in the game for Mojave King.
He's really good at basketball.
Rakawa loves a triple. Off the iron, Winston Shepherd. Locked up, 38 apiece. Inga and Rakawa locking up. And that's going to go against Inga. Here's that finish. Mojave King having some sort of a game.
But he's showing you a bit of everything. Yeah, he's 4 of 6 from deep at the moment, but you just saw it there how athletic he is defensively. Ethan Rusbatch probably has the quickest release in the league. Got out there and defended his 3 and blocked the 3-pointer. Showing an all-round game at the moment, and the Sharks want to win this one. He has to be a big part of it.
Here's Harris going back to work on Inga. Tough matchup. Sharks come up with it. Good defense by the orange number 3. Drops it off, almost got it back. Look who it ended up with, Mojave King. How's the night tonight for this young man? He is up and about and playing some serious hoops. Wow.
We need a replay on that pass. That pass from Inga.
Well, it was going to Inga. There's that big Jordan Hunt dunk from before.
That there's a dime. I think that
You reckon
he missed that? Without a doubt.
Needed to have another look.
Come on now.
Need to have another look.
Don't take that away from him.
Well, that might be the assist of this. Oh, I tell you what, you are spot on. Great call, Brooke Rusco. That is the assist of the season.
That is a dime.
Wow.
Great pass.
Braden Inga. Have a look at this. Watch his hand. We've got it slowed down here. Watch this. Yep. Great call, Brooke Rusco. And another massive finish by Mojave King.
He is on fire tonight, and rightfully so. Finished off that one. Takes himself out to 19 points.
Love your eyesight.
Oh. I want to blow my own trumpet, but I used to pass the ball every now and then, Justin.
Yeah, here's another look at it. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to give Braden Inga that one.
And hopefully that gets him going as well. You know where I hope he gets that one? The NZNBL is the hardest place to get an assist. I hope on the stat sheet that went down as an assist.
Well, well done to the Sky Sport team on that occasion, picking that up from every angle. Well done to all of our camera operators and directors and producers working on this one. They did not miss a beat. And the Sharks are out by 3. I did say at the top, Brooke, sneaky chance tonight. Here's Hiram Harris, great spin to the basket and back the other way. I think Hawks fans can be pretty happy with what they're seeing from the number 22 tonight.
Absolutely, and high IQ play there as well. Off the spin, it looked like he was going to go left, and big Romaro Gill was coming. You need to use the rim as protection. Great job of getting over.
15 in the game and loose hands there from Romaro. That's a sloppy turnover for the Sharks.
I think that's on Romaro Gill there. Winston Shepherd made the right call. He thought his big man was coming to the rim. That's a two-handed dunk over somebody, but he stayed in the dunker spot. He should have get on the rim on that one.
Rakawa, Albertson usually good from distance. On that occasion, off the top of the backboard, Rusbatch has to fire away, and fire away he does.
High quality shooting out there to kickstart this game tonight. Ethan Rusbatch has already hit 3 threes. We know what Mojave King is doing at the moment.
Here's Drew Leo for 3. Romaro underneath, battling with AG and Harris. No easy task. Mojave King taking a breather at the moment. You wouldn't want to keep him on the sidelines for too long.
I'm going to go with that one. He'll be out there soon enough.
AG with the big spin and another block by Romaro Gill. Back the other way. Athletic. dumping it off. Drew Leo for Winston Shepherd, who again wants a foul call. It almost seems like after every basket, and Winston Shepherd has been picked up for the foul. Just colliding there with Tawan AG, who picks himself up. Looks a little ginger as well. So Winston Shepherd III just seems to be involved in everything tonight, doesn't he?
I think he loves it too. Surprisingly, I thought that was up to his third personal foul, but
just his second?
Yeah, excuse me, just a second. So I think he knew that, and
well, they're having
felt like he had one to give.
Having a bit of a chat as well. Tawan AG and Winston Shepherd. Close game, plenty of sparks tonight. Such a big one for the Sharks. Here's Jack Exeter, goes underneath, steps back in front of Alonzo Burton. Harris keeps it alive. JK by himself from distance, winding back the clock, Jared Kenny.
And over his career, he's got better and better and better year after year after year when it comes to shooting it from deep, but you know, it makes it tough. They're sitting in this 2-3 zone at the moment. Offensive rebounds, and Jared's an extremely smart basketball player. That's how you beat a zone. You either get into the paint, you break the seams, or you use your ball fakes. Lovely ball fake, wide open shot. It's textbook basketball.
Looks after the ball as well. 14 assists and just the 5 turnovers so far this season. Speaking of turnovers, Jalen Duran gives it up. Rusbatch. There's Kenny with the ball now, directing traffic. Sends it down to Harris. Drew Leo does well. JK has to go. Loose pass inside. Rare turnover from the 36-year-old. And the Sharks with a chance to level it up or maybe go one up. Zoe Burton puts it on the floor, dumps it underneath. Came off the hand of Harris for mine.
Throw it up to the big fella. There's no one. There's literally no one in this league taller than him, so you got to throw it up to him. He'll go and get it. Put it close enough to the rim, he'll finish it.
Going to get a timeout. 3:28 left to play in this first half. And one of the highlights of the opening half was Hunt. And how about Mojave King? What a start he's had. And there's that fantastic flick on by Inga to King for another triple. He has 5 of them tonight, Brooke.
It's a beautiful jump shot.
5 of them.
It's textbook. Elbow in, follow through, good ball rotation. That right there was the ball fake that I was talking about a little bit before in the zone.
19 in the game for Mojave King. He's providing plenty of GJ Gardner-Holmes replays and highlights for us this evening.
And we've got ourselves a high-scoring basketball game here tonight.
Yeah, it is. When they last met, back on May 12, Hawks 87, Sharks were held to 68. I can see the Sharks motoring past that 68 tonight. Question is, can they hold the Hawks?
Time will tell. They just took a point off the Bay Hawks. It was 46, and just notice it went down to 45, so we'll find out what happened for you there.
We don't want that happening, do
No.
we? They're that hard to come by. Here's Durand. Shepherd. Had a look once, twice, 3 times, comes up short. And the Hawks with a chance to extend here. Kenny, Harris. Gets it back from Exeter. He's left alone by Shepherd, almost baited into that 3.
The Hawks do a good job as Jalen gets out. Just puts the ball in front of him and turns the ball over. But the Hawks do a good job of in transition. They push the pace. They do a great job of going second side and then getting it deep into the corners to flatten out the defense to come back and have a whole lot more space to play with on the second side.
Don't forget tomorrow night, Sky Sport 2. Join us from 7:30. Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank, the Airs and the Tuatara. Looking forward to that one. Another big game in the Cells. NBL swatted away by Romaro Gill. Block number 3 in this first half. He's a hard man to get past at the rim.
Make that block number 4.
Oh, there you go.
And he read that one. He read that one from a mile away. He saw him lining that one up. And
what is it about the Hawks and blocks? Because Chris Johnson had 7 against the Hawks last week. AG on Romaro, who got a hand on it, but I think came down the arm of AG as well. He's off to the Racine line. Here's that block, the 4th one of the game for Big Gill.
I think he served his purpose extremely well in this game, Romaro Gill. Slowed it down a lot in terms of allowing the Hawke's Bay Hawks to get out and run, because he has such a dominant presence down in the paint. You notice when he's not out there, Hiram Harris is on the rim every single time.
Hasn't this man had a few highlights this season? Tuan AG, of course, his first game in a Hawks uniform. That buzzer beater down at Canterbury.
And we know how hard it is to get a win in this league at the moment. And those games are huge.
Home team out by 3. Shepherd beats a couple in the end. Did very well, Winston Shepherd. And he brings it back to 1. Tough game of basketball to start round 7. Kenny. AG. Puts it on the floor. Where's some contact? Gets the roll.
Good strong finish. 2 big grown moves to finish on the rim. Winston Shepherd, I thought maybe got a tough one there. I thought he finished well. Created contact and had the and one, but they didn't call it. Down the other end, AG comes down and does the same thing. 2 great finishes.
Rusbatch closed down in the corner. Here's AG again. Steps around Gill, hands it off. Hiram Harris, he's had a big first half. Can't add to it. AG, offensive rebound on Gill. What a finish by AG. Man, that was good. Seriously good.
Tough finish.
7'2" standing in front of you, stepping around, and in the end, he's put it over the shoulder. Have a look at this from Tuan AG. Gill to beat, round the shoulder, found a way to drop the points.
That is that extremely tough finish. And a talented finish as well. If I'm going to be that guy, I don't know if I like the shot. Romaro's been so good. That was a great pass, good steal from DKP there. But he's sending it back in most times.
Back to 3. A minute to play in what has been a thoroughly entertaining opening half of basketball.
Did he just get away with a double dribble there?
I think he did. Here's Quinton Bailey. Your eyesight is spot on as always. Mojave King. Gee, another big 3-pointer from the King would be good. Or maybe to the basket. Another couple for the King. And I reckon he stepped over the line there. I think this is a turnover on the baseline. Was it Ethan or Jared passing it in?
I think it was Ethan passing it in. We agree most times. I think he got that off in the nick of time. I'd love to get a replay.
Well, I haven't made a decision yet.
Come on, Marcel, come on.
So the Sharks get it back.
And can take the lead here.
Down by 1. King wants it inside on Rusbatch. Drew Leo passed up the opportunity. Is Zoe Burton.
And too easy. You know, we gave credit at the start of the game to the Hawke's Bay Hawks for getting to the rim, and we also were a little tough on the Sharks because it was too easy. Last couple plays, the exact same thing, and man, they're closing out this second quarter the right way. Draw the offensive foul. See, this is too easy. This was the basket before. No help. Straight around his man, got on his hip. Right hand dominant. Oh, I missed that one again. I don't know.
23 points in the opening half for this young star, Mojave King. And he wants more. He's hungry. He steps back for 3. And he won't be fed anymore in this first half. Sharks lead it by 1.
What half?
Well, They have come to play. They know what's on the line. 2-5 heading into this huge round 7 double from the Southerners. Hawks tonight, Saints on Saturday night. And at the moment, they're halfway there against the Hawks. They lead this one 51-50. We'll have a look at all of the stats on the other side of this break. Don't go away. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena. Halftime Sal's NBL action on a Thursday night, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. The Sharkies have come to play and they're out by 1 at the half. Here's our leading scorers, Brooke Rusco.
What a quarter. What a half, excuse me, sorry, from Mojave King. He put on an absolute clinic, gave it to you however you wanted, shot the ball extremely well from deep. 5 3-pointers in that first half, but got to the rim as well. And Hiram Harris did Hiram Harris things. Got out in transition, posted up well, found his men, and Ethan Rusbatch shooting the ball well too.
Hawks leading the rebounds overall in this game by 6 at the half, 22-16. As we go through the stats from a very exciting half of basketball. Spreading the assist, Dom Kelman-Poto. If he gets going in this second half, look out. I think the Sharks really like what they're about tonight. And how about these blocks? 7 in the game for the Sharks, none for the Hawks.
Yeah, big Romaro Gill has made his presence known down there in the paint and had 4 blocks in that first half. And
Winston Shepherd with 4 steals as well. So he's been involved in everything in the first half at both ends of the floor. He's had a bit to say. So halftime in this one, round 7 is underway. And this one looks like It's going to be an absolute beauty. Don't go away. Sharks by 1. Second half coming up very, very soon. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena. What a first half we've had tonight on Sky Sport. Hope you've enjoyed it. Plenty more to come though. Justin Nelson, Brooke Rusco with you. Sharks have it by 1. And boy, oh boy, has there been some highlights.
Jeez, you called it. You called it, all right. You said at the start of this one, I think the Sharks have a shot at winning this one. And in terms of the context of this season, this game is massive.
Yep.
Big weekend here for the Sharks as well. If the Sharks get this one, it just contests, you know, the middle of the pack there and just gets so tight and so congested. But then on the other hand, the Hawks get this one, they continue to climb the ladder. The momentum continues to roll.
Hey, it's a big one for the Hawks too. I mean, they lost to the Bulls here in round 1. They lost last week here to the Tuatara. I mean, you've got to try and make your home court a fortress, right?
Absolutely.
And right now, there's a little bit of pressure on the Hawks as well.
And for years and years and years, it has been. You know, you go down there, you know that you're in for a dog fight. You know that it's going to be a battle night in and night out. So you're right, they just need to get that fear back into the opposing teams before they even play the game, and maybe it starts in the second half.
Here's some highlights from the first half, and we saw it all. It had everything. Such a quality game of basketball. Thursday night action in the Cells NBL. Mojave King, how's this? Winding back the clock. Season number 19, if you don't mind, Jared Kenny. Such a huge 4 days coming up in the competition. Ayers and Tuatara tomorrow night. Saturday, the early game, 5:30, the Giants and the Bulls. The Giants coming off that Southern swing double. Saturday night, live on Sky Sport and Prime right around the country, Saints and the Sharks. There is no greater rivalry in the Cells NBL over the last decade than the Saints and the Sharks.
And where they're sitting at the moment, it adds to this rivalry. We've never been at this point of the season where we see the Saints and the Sharks equally so low on the table. I know the rest of the league at the moment is kind of, this is great.
Yeah.
You know, this is a little bit different. But for them, once again, it makes it a rivalry game. They need to put themselves in the middle of this pack and be around at the end of the year.
A couple of games coming up on Sunday. The early game, 3 p.m, the Jets and the Tuatara. So the Aucklanders have the double on the road out on the west coast of the North Island. And Rams and Bulls on Sunday. Bulls are an interesting team to keep an eye on this week because the hot rumour, the big whisper doing the rounds today is Corey Webster is going to play.
Is that a fact?
Well, I'm just saying that's the whisper. I'm not saying that's a fact.
Give me the Bulls in both of those games. If Corey Webster is out there,
really?
They need a scorer.
They beat the Giants.
They beat the Giants.
Wow.
And then they get rolling.
And they beat the Rams.
Yes, I'm going to go on this. They beat the Rams too. Corey Webster is there. There's 40
Wow.
points for you in either game. And I just think with Corey Webster, what it does is it allows other players to have space that they need. You know, Jaden Bazan can get out there and run.
Yes, I like that.
Corey Webster, a lot of times their offense gets stagnant and they need someone to go and get them a basket. There's few other people like Corey Webster in this league, and he's proven that over the last few years.
Well, you are pretty easy to excite. I mean, you are very, very easy to excite. Can I give you a matchup in that 5:30 game on Saturday, Giants and Bulls? If Corey Webster is playing, Jared West in the blue corner up against Corey Webster in the Bulls corner.
That's worth the price of admission by itself.
Wow.
Jared West had himself a ball game on Saturday night. He put the ball in the basket, but he is equally impressive defensively.
I did tell you he's easy to excite. Sharks have this one by 1, second half underway. Loving the Cells NBL in season 2022. Every game live on Sky Sport. Hope you're enjoying it as well. Jalen Durand wears an early foul. Had he picked it up? Is he off to the Racine line? Into the thick of the action early. The Sharks number 6. You would have seen a fair bit of Jalen last season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen a fair bit of Jalen over his career as well. And he's one person that this team really, really needs to get going. Maybe more so than anyone else. And the reason is he is running that point guard position. And he just needs to play with a little bit more confidence. Jalen is an extremely capable scorer. Finisher, can get into the paint, can probe, can find spaces for other players. Just needs to get out there and play with a little bit more confidence. I guess confidence we're used to.
Great pass. Rakawa finds Jordan Hunt on the reverse. Locks it up at 52 apiece.
And I know they've done this all year, the Southland Sharks. They've good stealing, good finish, and good find. That's just too easy as well.
Well, that's DKP all over.
Yeah, absolutely. And that also, DKP needs to shoot the ball more. I hope at halftime they said, Dominic, they gave him the government name. So he listened, they said, Dominic, you need to shoot the ball more. You're 5 of 5 right now. That put him out to 6 of 6. So we trust you. We want you to trust yourself the way we trust you and go out there and shoot the ball.
You are in some sort of form tonight, Brooke Rusco. Don't know what it is. Here's Big AG with the finish.
That's form for you.
Slams it down with power. And once again, we're tied up in this one. Shepherd inside finds Dom Kelman Poto to Inga. He can't find the net. Speaking of players needing to get going, he's one of them. Here's Jordan Hunt back the other way. 24-year-old is having some sort of a season. King, 21 in the first half. Well, that would be an amazing finish. Had a second look. Here's AG. Dumps it off, and coming through the lane was Hunt.
That's great ball movement and great cutting.
Well, we're seeing it both ways. King changed his decision mid-air. Shepherd pops it down, gets it back. Ball on the floor, he's well covered, and now that shot clock starts to become a factor. Pulls up from the elbow, misses everything. Hawks out by 3, have had the better of the start in this third. AG clearly a target for them. Opens things up for Rakawa.
You talked about it. He is stroking the ball from deep this year, and prove once again why. It's just too open.
Only 3 shots in the game tonight for Daron. Here's that slamming finish. Another angle here on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And Jordan Hunt has had an impressive game as well. He's out to 14 points tonight. And how about Daron? Second best clip from the arc in the Cells NBL.
Yeah.
And he's one man, if you're a Sharks fan, you do not want to see get going in this second half.
Yeah, and that's just way too easy. We call that a warm-up shot. It's a practice shot. I was watching that though. They do a good job, the Bay Hawks, of moving without the ball. Whether it's Hiram or it's AG in the post. They've got cutters on the rim. They've got weak side movement. They screen away well. Ethan came off a couple of screens there. Created confusion, and that was just a simple pass out.
10-3 start by the Hawks in the last 2.5 minutes, Brooks. So danger signs here for the Sharks. They've got to go with them. They can't let them get away. This is very similar to what happened down at ILT Stadium, Southland, about a month ago.
Yep, similar to what happened there, and similar to what happened in the first quarter as well. So I wonder how long it's going to take to see big Romaro Gill get back out there.
Ball knocked out of the hands of Shepherd. Well, Alonzo Burton as well. He's coming off the bench in this one. The captain, 5 points in the first half. Duran wants to give it into DKP. Corner now, Inga. He needs this basket in and out. Shepherd, rebound. Was there a foul? Yes, there was, says Brad Clive. What's your call, Brooke Rusco?
I don't know about that. There was a big, strong rebound. Big, strong finished. Looked like he was in the circle to me.
Need to see that one again. Here we go, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's the rebound. Well,
maybe there's some rule that I don't know about that always just seems to pop up. But to me, I think that's just a grown move. Hiram would do the exact same thing down the other end. He's hard done by there.
Picture tells the story. Here's Ethan Rusbach. The skipper steps up at a crucial time, and that lead is out to 9. Danger signs abound for the Sharks. Maybe season on the line. 2-5 starts to 2022. Gill can't finish. Harris comes up with it, quickly up the floor. Hunt to AG. Hello to one AG. 2 massive finishes to start this third quarter. As the big man gets up and tells that baseline crowd all about it.
And they've come out, and you know, you always want to strike the first punch when it comes to the third quarter, especially when it's so close and such a big game. And Hawke's Bay Hawks have, you know, riding that home momentum at the moment, getting out and finding those easy baskets and converting and put them out to an 11-point lead. Excuse me, after that shot.
Lasongiape
Make it 8.
responds for the Sharks. They get it back. DKP, surely they finish here. Chance on the floor. Here's DKP from the corner. This will be big for the visitors, and they respond.
It's almost a 6-point play. Just like that, it's a 5-point ball game.
Back they come. AG gets big Romaro off the floor. Jordan Hunt loves a 3-ball. There he is. Shows a little bit of emotion then too, Jordan Hunt. Hard to get that out of him at the best of times. That lead back out to 8.
And that just shows me you're right. Yeah, He's not a boisterous player in any way, shape or form. So for him to do something like that, it tells me he's playing with extreme confidence at the moment. McDowner's allowing him to play with freedom and he's repaying him.
Back of the iron for King. AG, how about some of his highlights this quarter? Rakawa inside, picked off by Big Romaro. Some athleticism there from the 218-centimetre Big Shark. King with the fake, sold the candy and just dropped it in for another 2. That lead at 6.
That's impressive. He made that look extremely easy. The thing about that, though, is he had his time. Got it to the paint.
Selling candy. Hiram Harris did it. Now, what's the call there? Big Romaro's gone down with a left ankle, I think.
Doesn't look good.
They are seriously big canoes as well. Just takes himself off the floor to stretch it out.
What size are you calling?
Oh, I'm going 16s.
That's an 18.
18?
That's an 18 there.
Well, it looks an ankle injury to Romaro Gill, and he's had a good night.
He has. He's done what he needed to do. He's changed up the ease in which the Hawke's Bay Hawks were getting into the paint. Hiram Harris in particular, but not just Hiram Harris. If you get into the paint, he's making you second guess. If they are breaking their first line of defense, he's saving them on the backside every time at the moment, and that's a huge loss in my opinion.
Jordan Hunt from the Racine line, he moves up to 20 points in the game now. He's starting to become a headache for the Sharks. Here's Alonzo Burton into the game. How they would love him to get going. Mojave King with another 3. And they just won't go away, the Sharks. They're standing tall and hanging tough. They led by 1 at halftime. The Hawks came out on a 15-3 run. And now the Sharks just look to steady as we have a timeout. That margin hovering at 6.
And I'd imagine right here that McDowell was just furious on that play. And the reason is they were starting to build momentum. Those offensive rebounds, you kick it out, you find Mojave King. They call them coach killers. It's back to a 6-point game. It was 9. You get that rebound, you go down the other end, you put that thing out to 11, potentially 12 with the shooters that they have in hand. Come back down, you get one more stop, and then you push it out one more time. That's 13. That's 14. That looks so much better in a 6-point ball game.
The Killer King, he's got 26 at the moment. 6 triples in the game for Mojave King. There's Big Romaro getting some attention to that left ankle. And yeah, I'm going to change. I'm going with 18s.
You go with 18s?
I'm going up a couple of sizes.
Killer King, is that a new one? Or?
No, just the King, I think.
Just the King?
Just the King. I'm going to take that back. You can't have Killer KT.
You can't take the King either. LeBron's got that.
That's true. Very, very true.
Here's our next one. We get a nickname called Mojave King.
He's an impressive young man.
Absolutely.
And he's come to play tonight. They need him plus a little bit more, and they certainly don't want Ethan Rusbatch to get going. Jordan Hunt had it and lost it. And here comes the King. Burton. Good to see the skipper back out there for the Sharks. Winston Shepherd dancing and twisting and turning for another 2. And all of a sudden, the Sharks have brought it back to 4. They've answered the challenge.
What?
Can they get another stop? Rusbatch through the middle all the way to the hoop. Ethan Rusbatch with a lovely basket.
And Julio, for the superlatives that we've given him over the last few games, that's 1 point of his ball game where he just needs to get a touch better. That was just too easy for Ethan Rusbatch to get on the rim, just to cut him off on that first play. And he knows it too. He's down there and he's not happy with that last defensive effort. Just needs to cut him off and not allow him to get into the paint so easily. And he's strong and he is athletic and quick enough to do it so too.
Quentin Bailey with the foul. No team really under foul pressure in this quarter. Here's Shepherd going at it again. Can't get the roll, and Quinton Bailey has picked up his second foul in the space of about 6 seconds.
And that's what Shepherd's been looking for the whole ball game. He's been looking for that foul to get to the free throw line. Just put your head down. Sometimes I think, myself included, you know, we get caught in the glitz and glamour. We want to make the highlight plays, but realistically, it's sometimes the best play you can make is just put your head down, get on the rim, and get to the free throw line.
Well, I think they're all chasing Chris Johnson as far as highlight plays go. If you haven't seen Chris Johnson's put-back dunk from last Monday.
Hey, I was lost for words when I saw it too.
Wow.
Chris Johnson is an absolute freak.
I believe it's now the most watched clip in NBL history.
Is it really?
It has gone everywhere.
I saw it's being reposted left, right, and center, and he's a big part of, you know, a few other leagues around the world, and they're reposting it as well. And
it's amazing. 5-point margin now. AG has had a couple of big highlights of his own in this quarter. Comes up short on the shot. Here comes Winston Shepherd. Sends it back to Mojave King. Gee whiz.
On the scouting report for the next game, I'm pretty sure it's going to say put a hand up on that guy. He is good. He's got a stroke. It just looks effortless. Even the shots that he misses. I remember someone said this about Patty Mills, and I'm not going to put him in the same category as Patty Mills, but see, when Patty Mills misses, it still looks good. Mojave King's got a similar stroke in terms of when he misses.
AG with his third dunk of this third quarter. That was nasty coming down through the lane.
Nasty.
Everyone ran away. Hard pass for Inga, picked off by Kenny. Bounce pass, lays it off, big block. No, foul on Lasongi Ape, and Quinton Bailey will go to the Racine stripe.
I've never seen someone do the, I'm actually not sure what it's called, but when you do the thing when you point to the ground, you see everyone's too small. I've never seen that on defense.
I'll tell you the other thing I've noticed tonight. Winston Shepherd III might be the master of facial expressions. I reckon he's got 30 in the kit bag. I have seen him roll out some beauties tonight. Quinton Bailey was one of those 4 players, Brooke, that followed coach Mick Downer from the South Island, the Rams, to the North Island, the Hawks. What have you made of his night and his season so far?
Well, first of all, I think he made the right choice. Yeah, if he stayed in Canterbury and played under Judd Fladwell, would have been extremely successful there as well. But he made a great choice. We'll go with great choice because I played under Mick Downer, and extremely talented coach. He's a student of the game and studies the game like few others. And it's going to help Quinton Bailey in terms of his career and his future. So and when it comes to just a basketball decision, I think he made an extremely smart decision to stay with him. And in terms of, you know, the stats that he's putting up this year, 4 and 4 doesn't sound like much.
He's playing a bit of a different role though, isn't he?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You got Hiram Harris, Jerome, and Ethan. And not going to get up as many shots as he did last year.
Here's DKP off the glass. Handy too for the Sharks. And they bring it back to within 3. The fight back has been solid. AG, speaking of threes, that's short.
And I don't like when he settles. I think it's a win for the Sharks if they can get him settling out there for 3. We see how athletic and strong he is on the rim.
Love it when he goes to the rim.
Yeah, he's got 3 dunks in this quarter alone.
Alonzo Burton, loose shot, maybe should have finished that one. Now the Hawks 3 on 2. The numbers, will they win out? The Sharks get back, but they leave Hiram Harris alone, and he finishes. So Hiram Harris now up to 17 in the game. Had a great opening quarter. Burton tries to keep it in. Loose shot from King.
I think I jinxed him because that one didn't even look good from the moment it left his hand. But up until that point, he's been great. And he knew as soon as that one left his hand that that one was off.
Hawks by 5, just over a minute to go in this third quarter. AG wants it inside. knocked out of his hands.
That was just too easy. Alonso has to put up a bigger fight than that. Sealed him too low. You got to swing over and get through him. I know he's a big, strong body down there, but you got to fight. You got to force him out. And DKP did a good job to get down there and help out.
Well, I think there's a lot that hasn't gone right for the Sharks this quarter, Brooke, including some really free baskets. That was nearly another one for the Hawks, but they're just hanging in there right now.
Hey, sometimes on the road, you just got to hang around.
Oh,
Great
Jordan
pass.
Hunt, and how was the dish? One of the baskets of this game so far. Delightful stuff by the Hawks. And speaking of dimes, DKP with another finish.
That was delightful too. Easy basketball. Got the mismatch, sealed well. That's the third or fourth time that DKP's got down there on the mismatch, and Shepherd's found him.
Rusbatch, ball on the floor, out to Jared Kenny. He's already dropped a long one tonight, and there he is. 36 years of age, nearly 20 years of experience in senior basketball. Great finish by DKP. Jared Kenny, he's just the master of coming up with big plays, isn't he?
He is. I swear that the fountain of youth is somewhere around here. We've got the likes of Jared Kenny, Leon Henry.
I love how you looked at yourself then first, though.
Sammy Dempster.
People can't see that, but as soon as you said fountain of youth, you just had a look at yourself then first.
No, I'm glad I'm over here now. Watch how fast these boys run on this thing. Thank you.
Kelvin Botto at the Racine stripe. Can't get it to fall. And now the Hawks looking for a dagger late in the third. Corner, Rakawa, yes! Drops a big one on the buzzer. And that is a dagger for the Sharks. Had fought so hard to get back into it. And just like that, it's a 9-point margin with a quarter to play. Sells NBL action Thursday night. What a ripper. Don't go away. Last quarter coming up. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena. A quarter to play in this one. Hawks out by 9. They win the third quarter 36-26. The Sharks came back late, but what a big finish by the Hawks with back-to-back triples, and they're out by 9.
Yeah, just like that. Big way to close out the third quarter and kickstart this fourth quarter, which we talked about a few times in this game as well. It's in terms of the context of the season.
Oh, what a roll to start the last quarter. That wasn't what the Sharks needed. Burton can't answer. Rakawa is up and about at the moment. He's everywhere. And that lead at 12 now. Here's Derone again. Feeds it down to AG. Has a couple to beat. He's trapped in that corner. somehow finds Rakawa inside. Jordan Hunt is fouled. What a game this young man is having tonight. 22 points, 5 rebounds. He's hit 3 triples. And he is putting together a masterclass. Is Jordan Hunt. He's off to the Racine line. Now, I wanted to talk to you about foul shooting as well. I know you're an absolute master at the craft from the line, but did I hear a whisper that you're about to go 24 hours straight of shooting free throws? Is that right?
That is right. That is right, Justin. So this time next week, I'll be in the thick of it. So it starts 8 a.m. on the 16th of June, and we're going to go all the way to 8 a.m. obviously on the Friday, which is the 17th, and it's all to raise as much money as we can for Youth Line.
Good on you.
We've teamed up with the charity Youth Line, and we're doing this one pretty big. So it's I work at a radio station called My FM, and
that's what you and the crew are doing now.
Yeah. It's all on me. I'm shooting it all by myself, but the guys won't leave my side, which is awesome. So we've teamed up with. Yeah, we're allowed to say some of the names that we've got on board now. So there's the All Blacks have jumped on board.
Yeah.
We managed to get Taika Waititi. He's a part of this as well. So it's pretty big and it's awesome. And we've already raised a lot of money, which is awesome. So if you'd like to donate, there's a $3 donation there if you text YL. So it's Youthline, YL to 5144. All of the proceeds go back to Youthline immediately. And it's going to be a big. It's going to be a big 24 hours, but it's all worth it for our kids.
Well, good on you. I'll be there with you in spirit.
Hey, I appreciate that. I know you will. I know you will.
Look forward to that. 24 hours of Racine line free throw shooting. There's a pass that Daron and Ethan have a bit of a smile about. Lead at 11. You're going to have some sore arms.
Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me. I haven't shot a ball since the end of last season, so... Hey, here's hoping, right?
What are you hoping for as a shooting clip? What are you going for? What are you aiming for? 60, 70, 80, 90%?
I think there's going to be a point where I'm kicking someone over the 24 hours, so that's going to drop the percentage. I think we keep it over 50, we'll be happy.
DKP with a good finish on AG, and again, they're hanging around the Sharks, but they need to close out the likes of Hiram Harris, who's had a great game. Maybe a bit fortunate there. Winston Shepherd back the other way. Drew Leo, this would be handy. Misses everything. Let the Hawks off. Kenny has done some really smart things tonight. High IQ, off the elbow. Shot a little bit deep. And we're just going to get the court fixed up here. 7.5 to play. What do the Sharks need to do really well from this point going forward, Brooke?
They need a lockdown defensively. You know, they've given up 91 points already. There's 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. That last shot right there, actually the last 2 shots have been wide open. They need to knuckle down on defense.
They need a bit more of that as well. Mojave King, who has been a jet tonight for the Sharks. 29 points in the game.
And really, in saying that, really slowed down, and you know, potentially that's on the Hawks for doing a better job defensively, not giving him, you know, the looks that he was getting in that first half. But you're absolutely right. He needs to get going, and DKP needs to keep going. Currently sitting on 24 points on 11 of 12 shooting.
Shepherd finishes off the glass. Nice pass.
And that helps too.
Into him by King. It's at 7. Harris under some pressure here from Mojave King. We saw that in the first quarter, the 2 Adelaide 36ers. Here's Kenny. Tries to scoop it up and in, and he does.
There's a little giggle there as well.
A lot of experience about that shot. Better than a scoop of ice cream that was from Jared Kenny. Shepherd will fire away from 3. Nearly put it down.
But I liked that offense. One of the smoothest offenses I've seen them run, besides from DKP getting on the rim in their transition.
AG and Shepherd banging bodies, and the officials just letting them play. In the end, AG, no, that was in.
That was in and out.
It looked home for all money. And now Mojave King with the floater. He can't finish. Loose ball underneath. Snapped up by Kenny.
Looks like he's done something to his hand there as well.
Harris now. King switches out onto AG. Burton with the hands. Loose ball. They dive on it. Picked up by Kenny. Not another one. No. And back come the Sharks. They need to score here. Shepherd is fouled by Tawana AG.
That's a smart foul there too. Defense was slow to get back. Exeter and Hiram Harris were behind the ball. No one on the nail. No one protecting the rim. There was a wide open layup and did a good job to stop transition there.
We've talked about King with 29. Dom Kelman Poto now has 24. Shepherd has 15. Just 1 point for Braden Inga tonight. Alonzo Burton with 5. If they can get those two firing in the last 6-7 minutes of this game, it certainly becomes helpful.
Oh, absolutely. But on the other end, because it is almost a three-headed snake with the Southland Sharks at the moment, but on the other end, you've got 6 players in double digits, and one of them has 22, the other 15 with Hiram Harris. So, you know, the Hawks are giving it to you any way that you can get it. You know, you got to take it away from one person, okay, someone else is going to give it to you. But you're absolutely right. The other part about that is the backcourt with Jalen Gerard and Braden Inga right now currently have 2 points combined as their starting lineup. So you can get Alonzo, Jalen, and Braden Inga to just ease the load with Mojave and DKP and Winston Shepherd. We got ourselves an interesting ball game, but you don't want to leave it too late.
Some of the crowd there enjoying the hospitality tonight. The Taylor Hawke's Bay Hawks always put on a good show. And we're just about set to go again in this last quarter. A lot needs to go right here for the Sharks to close this one out. The Hawks have made their move in the second half. And the home team looking good at the moment for win number 6 of the season. DKP, ball on the floor around Hunt. Good defense in the end by Jordan Hunt. Mojave King, who's only put away a lazy 7 triples tonight.
And you have 5 or 6 of those in the first half.
Speaking of triples, Jordan Hunt has been handy as well.
See, and here I think DKP needs to go to work straight away. You got that low, that deep.
Well, that helps Winston Shepherd with the triple. And they close that margin again. 93-87. Great pass inside, and Jordan Hunt finishes. Classy handoff by Jared Kenny. And I know I've said this a few times tonight. How good has Jordan Hunt been?
Softest of touches. And we said this a little bit earlier as well, you know, as he pushes it out to 24 and potentially 25 at the line now, but he's playing with a confidence that maybe we haven't seen in the past couple of years, and there it is, 25.
He might be the Cells NBL #1 no-nonsense man. There's just no nonsense with him.
Yeah, he might be
You just
right.
don't see it.
You might be right.
He just puts his head down.
Does his job.
Doesn't complain. Just no nonsense stuff. I'm calling him No Nonsense Hunt from now on. Here's Shepherd. Just nailed a 3. Now sends it back out. They need this from Inga. They're just not dropping for the Sharks #3. Maybe for Shepherd. He's nailed 1 a moment ago. That one was wide of the mark.
And it does get tough into a game, you know, when you haven't seen the ball go through the basket. When you get those wide open shots, you got too much time. Sometimes you got too much time and you overthink it.
And I like this from the Hawks, just slowing things down. Kenny now using all the time. Harris gets around and gets it in.
Well, he didn't overthink it. Got to the rim. got to a strong hand.
On that
Found the
left.
space on the left. Takes his total up to 17.
And it's an 11-point margin. Mojave King comes up short. And the Hawks right now with 3.5 to go have just about finished the job. Timeout called by the Sharks. The home team heads into triple figures and it smiles all round. Happy times in Hawke's Bay tonight. They're out by 13.
Yeah, and saw a couple worrying signs right there from the Southland Sharks just getting back in on transition defense. And before that, it was an 11-point game. Your season at this point is there to be taken. You need to get back on defense. There's a couple players right there that didn't hustle back on defense. One pass, Ethan Rusbatch, right on the rim. You just can't have it. If you want to win, if you want to hang around, if you want to play for all the marbles at the end of the season, when your season is on the line,
Final six,
when your season is on the line, you need to get back. And the other side of that is, the other thing I didn't see, and I'm not saying it's not there because, you know, we're not in the huddles, we're not at training, so I'm not saying it's not there. But there was no accountability held for that as well. You know, championship teams, one thing that they all have, they all pride themselves on is, okay, I'm going to do mine, but I'm going to hold you accountable, and I expect that you hold yours, and you hold me accountable as well. And just didn't see it there.
I love it, Brooke Rusco. Accountability, calling it as he sees it on Sky Sport. Every game of the Cells NBL live in season 2022. Drew Leo in the end. Thought he was going to get a friendly bounce then. Exeter fires away with an early shot. Jordan Hunt.
Everywhere.
Man, oh man. Take a bow. They get a reset. JK using all the time in the world. Off to Jordan Hunt, and there he is. He's the star of the show tonight.
27 points, 5 rebounds, couple assists. You're absolutely right, and it might be the quietest 27 points that I've ever seen.
I reckon I just saw a sneaky fist pump in there somewhere too from Jordan Hunt. You got to be quick. Don't blink or you'll miss it.
Right.
You've got to be quick to see it. Lasongi Ape has scored a basket for the Sharks in return. Sharks now head to the capital to take on the Saints Saturday night, 7:30 game, live on Sky and Prime around the country. That is a massive game for both teams.
And we called the game last with the Wellington Saints, and you know, they got their full arsenal there now. Ethan Rusbatch with the hook shot.
Yeah, they had a good win against the Airs, didn't they? Here's Burton for 3. That's off. He hasn't been able to land a blow tonight. Hasn't been the skipper's evening. Back in familiar territory. JK, he'll hit this, Jordan Hunt. He's had a big night. My, oh my. The 24-year-old forward centre has just come up smelling like roses this evening.
That might be his career high. He's got a 30-piece.
It's right up there.
I don't know if he's seen a 3 before, and he's had a great game. And
goes at 17 a game.
yes,
30 tonight.
Strength to strength.
Man.
I can't wait to see a matchup. We were just talking about the Wellington Saints. A real battle for anyone that's going to play them. And I hope Chris Johnson and Xavier Cooks get the chance to go head-to-head. But I hope we get the chance to see Jordan Hunt and Xavier Cooks at some point as well. If you haven't heard about Xavier Cooks, if you haven't seen Xavier Cooks,
Well, get along Saturday night.
make sure you don't miss that. We've got a couple players out here that we call superstar players in this league. Chris Johnson is absolutely one. He's proven that, current MVP of the league.
I'll tell you
Xavier Cooks is too.
No doubt. I'll tell you what you don't see often. You don't see a whistle on a player slipping over. And there was no foul called there. That's what Jared Kenny's talking about, because the Hawks had taken it off for an open layup at the other end. I've got a feeling that whistle, maybe the officials thought there was a little bit of danger there. I'm not sure, but certainly no foul being called. Need to have a look at that one again, but I've got a feeling that Zoe Burton just slipped over there and got the benefit of a whistle.
I have never seen that in my basketball career.
I haven't seen it either. That's why I've just made a point of it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And they're going to get it back. Jared Kenny may be still talking about it.
I want to
as
be
well.
asking some questions too. Love to have a chat with Mel about that one.
I'll tell you what, when it's a 17-point ball game, you can probably just get on with it. Here's Kelman Poto. He's been solid tonight. Lasongi Ape from deep.
And Coach McDowell is still in this one as well, demanding stuff from the troops, and maybe there's that accountability that we were talking about. They're up 17 right now. He understands that no points for and against potentially could come into this.
Some holding going on there as Jalen Durant was doing his absolute best to take on a player about 1.5 foot bigger than him. There's that slip. There's the whistle. Jordan Hunt was away. In fact, another player, another Hawks player, I'd need to see that again, but he had another one in front of him.
We missed out on a highlight there, Mel.
Here is Jordan Hunt. Everything's been dropping for him tonight. 30 in the game. He's hit 4 from downtown. Just under 90 seconds to play. Here we go. Have a look at this. Well, Hiram Harris is going to be the play here. Watch Hiram Harris. He's gone.
We've missed the highlight, Mel.
He can see what's going on. His eyes lit up.
You know what I wish? I wish this game was closer, because you wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Well, that would have been very interesting.
You know, we've harped on this guy a lot this game, and he's still out there, and I don't think he'll be out there for much longer. Jordan Hunt, 30 points. He's done it on 18 shots.
Just been subbed out of the game, so...
And you can hear their round of applause, and rightfully so.
Yep, young Tommy Ferguson comes in to replace him. Mike Woodbridge is on the floor now. Rakawa takes a seat. Derek Albertson in, so happy times in Hawke's Bay tonight.
Ethan Rusbatch is going to shoot the ball.
And he does.
He's had a feeling there.
Liam McRae out there for the Sharks now as well. And the pressure valve just tightens up on the Southerners. Alonzo Burton with the finish on the left. They've got 48 hours to think about this one, collect their thoughts, and then work out how to take down the Saints on Saturday night. The Saints back at home.
Hey man, if I'm one of these other players that has just subbed on and been watching all game, I'm not passing the ball to Ethan. He's shot enough ball. Someone else get your shots up.
Well, Albertson is one of those players.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Ethan's had enough shots. He's got 19 points. He's all right.
Play some 4-on-5, you reckon? There's Burton for 3, and he's had a nasty night, hasn't he, Zoe? You don't often see that. He's 3 of 11 now. Mike Woodbridge.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Take it to the hoop.
I know not everyone's going to like that, but hey, you've been supporting, and I've been watching all game long. The Hawke's Bay's bench has been into this. You know, they've been clapping, calling rotations. When you get your shot, go for it.
I'm sure that 27-year-old Mike Woodbridge would appreciate the love that you're giving him right now. Just about done in this one. They've taken the double on the Sharks, have the Hawks. The Sharks led this one by 1 at the half, but a huge second half by the home team. Standing applause from their fans here at Pettigrew Green Arena, who've turned out on a Thursday night. They won the third quarter 36-26, won the last quarter 21-15, and they get a 15-point win tonight. Well done to the Hawks. Right from the start, they came to play. Jordan Hunt, 30-point game. Inside, outside, at the ring. Big finishes. The Sharks had a star of their own by the name of Mojave King. That was one of the best assists you will see in the Cells NBL in season 2022. There it is again from Braden Inga. King certainly did his fair share and carried the workload tonight. Big finish there from AG. 3 massive dunks in the third quarter. There's one of them by AG. He was a highlight reel tonight, but he had plenty of teammates doing the same, and there he is again. Jordan Hunt. What a show he put on tonight. They go to 6 wins on the season.
Big win there. You know, they stay at the top of the ladder. It's a dogfight up there. These wins are huge, and we've given a lot of credit to Jordan Hunt, and rightfully so tonight, but you made a really good point there as we're watching some of these highlights play out, that it was such a team effort. You know, Jordan Hunt had 30, Hiram Harris had himself a ball game too, 17 points. Ethan Rusbatch 19, AG had 13, Drone 11 on, he did that on 6 shots. Jared Keeney came in and had 11 points himself and controlled the ball game.
Well, there's the stats.
What a spread.
Yeah, we've spoken about the stars. In fact, Jordan Hunt's just ticked over to 32 points. So he's picked up a couple of extra. He deserves a couple more.
Right.
Just give it to him. Shepherd with 13 rebounds. AG, very productive tonight. How was the start by Hiram Harris in that first quarter? Jared Kenny, what a second half from him.
Yeah, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Hiram up there as well. You know, he's always going to be floating around with those type of games. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Romaro Gill obviously went down injured, and that was a huge loss for the Southland Sharks.
Well, it'll be a huge loss if he can't step out there on Saturday night, as well as the Hawks players, as they do every game. They do the rounds, they thank the fans. They
always think about this.
Yeah,
they really want to hug everyone. They're all sweaty out there. Look at the handshake.
It's not bad for the players, it's worse for the...
No, I'm saying if you're sitting there all game, you're not going to hug all these men and sweat the house down.
Bit stinky in the car trip home.
Hey, they love it.
Round 7 continues tomorrow night. Ayers and the Tuatara, and I've just got a feeling.
You're on your own.
Giants and the Bulls on Saturday, 5:30. Look out for that one, especially if Corey Webster steps out for his first game of the season. I'm going Giants at home. I'm with the Giants. I saw them last week on the Southern Swing. Love them. Love what they're doing.
If Corey plays, I go with the Bulls. If Corey doesn't play, I go with the Giants.
Giants either way for me. Saints and Sharks coming up in that late game on Saturday, live on Sky and Prime. Sunday, 2 games, Jets and Tuatara, and the Rams and the Bulls. But tonight, well done to the Hawks.
Well done to the Hawks. Huge win. They came out and, they laid down their first punch, but Southland Sharks did a great job to wrap up that first quarter. They went in there 29-29, but it always just felt to me that the Hawks were just getting easier shots as the game went on, and I kind of told with a 15-point win in the end.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Round 7 is underway in the NZNBL. A big Thursday night clash has gone the way of the Hawks. They win this one by 15 on their home track. Make sure you come back and join us tomorrow night. Mulls and Casey in the hot seat as the Ayers take on the Tuatara, and season 2022 continues to roll on in the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. On behalf of Brooke Rusco and the entire Sky Sport team, have a great night.